solar flares, but we've had plenty of solar energy down here in Louisiana this weekend.
It's so true.
Oh
you see
gosh.
that big picture of the sun, you're like, yeah, I know about that.
Yeah, we've been staring at it for several days. It is
Yeah.
really hot out there.
I know. And you know, it's funny because our temperatures really haven't even hit 90 yet, you know, at the
it's
airport.
Gonna get so much worse.
It is going to get a little bit worse, yeah, but it does feel especially hot. We have a high humidity that's been making our feels like temperatures or heat index in the lower to middle 90s, and some spots have gotten really close to 90 degrees and even touched 90 degrees, but just at our airport and lakefront spots, we just have not seen that yet. Our current temperatures at those spots about 80, but like I was showing you earlier, the feels like temperature even now about 2 to 5 or so degrees higher than the air temperatures if you're just looking at this map, which is the temperatures in the upper 70s and lower 80s. Now looking at satellite and radar, we have very quiet conditions. It's been super quiet all the way since last night, and this little boundary that we have, which is not a big deal, this isn't going to do much for us at all, but it's just kind of left over here hanging around in the south. That was enough yesterday to help a couple of showers to form in Plaquemines Parish in the late evening, but now we're just looking at kind of quiet conditions for tonight and did not see any cooling showers and really not even much cloud cover to help with the sun in a lot of spots earlier today. A continuation is expected tomorrow, upper 60s to lower 70s to begin the day. Mostly clear skies, a little bit of a humid start, but also very quiet. No big issues, I think, for early commuters. And our high tomorrow, I have near 89. Our high today was 88 and yesterday about 87. So we have been in this range where we're going to be increasing the temperature just a little bit, maybe even many of the days upcoming this week, which would put us around 90 or even lower 90s by the middle of the week. Matthews, your local weather expert forecast for those of you there, we'll say about 88 or 89, so lots of sun. Certainly feeling hot with that feels like temperature up to about 90 or so at noon, feeling like maybe 93 or 94 by the late afternoon, maybe 5 p.m. after school or commuting home. The temperature still by then about 87 on your Monday, but no rain expected. Should be very dry because we have high pressure that will be the main player this week with our upper level pattern. So feeling very summer-like this week, and that high, remember, has that downward motion. It's sinking air. So that makes it hard for clouds or rain to get the lift to form. So while this is in charge through Wednesday, we do not have high rain chances at all. Now later in the week, models have been indicating a little upper low trying to shift in from the east. Nothing tropical, but just wanted to point out that it might open us up from the high pressure kind of regaining and strengthening and taking control. It may kind of loosen its grip if we get this, and it could help a little bit of spotty rain to form potentially late in the week or next weekend. As for our high temperatures so far, this is our calendar, and this is at the airport in Kenner. 85s to start the month. The past several days we've been in the upper 80s, and we will see whether when we fill in this week coming up, we will get to that 90-degree mark. It does look like that'll probably happen with that high pressure influence. The orange indicates above average, but not at record kind of temperatures. And actually something this week will be that our dew point might not be too bad. This is our humidity, another way to talk about humidity. The feels like temperature may actually not be as terrible because sometimes with these high pressure systems, it can kind of get some drier air to filter down to the surface. So note that humidity may not be awful by the middle of the week, and maybe even late in the week, there may be points where you say, okay, it's hot, but it doesn't feel too humid. Now, no big promises. I mean, there will still be points where it's feeling fairly humid, especially this evening. I was noticing it, and you probably noticed it earlier today, too. But our humidity will not be at those mid-summer or late summer, really oppressive sort of levels. Still a bit humid, though. 7-day forecast showing the rain chances increasing just a bit to 20 or 30% late in